2, 1, go!
And hello, welcome to my channel and welcome to my show. The Shills are having their channel fumigated at the moment. So I've let them take over here for a little while as they temporarily sort things out in their own little residence. So, hopefully it won't be too long. But just in case, just remember to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell. So if they are here over the weekend, you won't miss any shows, hopefully. But don't worry, this channel's been fairly dormant, so you won't be getting loads of notifications about shit that I might be doing. So don't worry about that. You'll just be getting notifications from the Shills. Well, I'd like to say we have some of the usual rabble of reprobates here, but it's just me and Dick at the minute. So you'll have to put up with that. We might, if you're a member of my channel, we might have Ed Dana joining us a little bit later. So if you're subscribed to my channel, you will know him. Before we kick things off, we have to cover the headlines. From the Shills news desk. Over to you, Dick.
Well, thank you very much, DK. And exactly, it is time for the headlines. And what can we tell you? We got to start right off with a report from Twitter employees. Seems there's a new benefit package out now for everyone. All male employees can now request Elon impregnate their wife or girlfriend. There will be a free all-you-can-eat dry spaghetti bar, and all floors of the office will have a pre-stained mattress for your salary-deducted 5-minute rest period for every 48 hours worked. More details as they come in.
It's a good job it's not, fucking, what's his name, Bezos. He won't be able to have a piss break either. But never mind. In India, over £1,000 of seized marijuana has vanished. Police are blaming the disappearance on hungry rats. Many local pizza takeaways have reported phone orders only to hear mellow squeaking.
Well, don't look at me. I mean, my supply's fine, but I had nothing to do with it. Scientists have now concluded that flat Earth believers are in fact aliens. They've come to our planet to show the rest of the galaxy how fucking truly stupid humans really are.
Oh, easy target. Come on, aliens, pick a better target. Also, Merriam-Webster has announced that the word gaslighting was the most searched for word this year. The Oxford English Dictionary has stated that this is nonsense and imaginary, and Miriam is obviously crazy.
Oh, pick your sword correctly. We've got data out of Geneva that the Large Hadron Collider. They have proof without a shadow of a doubt that Kanye West has an empty chasm for a skull. Turns out every time they create a primordial black hole in the labs, they can hear Kim Kardashian crying in shame.
How do they fit her bum in that? Anyway, San Francisco Police Department announced their plans for using robots capable of lethal force. Unarmed robot Ed 209 was seen making fist bumps in the air. Yes, my time has come.
San Francisco. Let's hope they don't see in only black and white then. Oh. Reports from the White House say President Biden has been blowing his top all day. He fired the chief of staff, press secretary, and all when he couldn't find his cat. His wife then told him that they don't actually have a cat, and he fired her, called for a Nerf gun, and shot the rest of his staff where they stood. More info on this bloody massacre as it comes in.
He's the pew, pew, pew president. Go Biden. So Elon Musk has announced he will be developing a new smartphone. The reason for this seems obvious because those using Twitter who piss off the future Bond villain will receive a zap from the 2 gigawatt Tesla battery powering the phone.
Oh, yeah, and it'll have a FAF store, not an app store. But in its fight with Tesla, Ford Motor Company has announced a new self-driving car. It's going to be paid for using a subscription service. You use an app to call for the car. It shows up and takes you wherever you need to go. It's an amazing new invention, and they have what they call is the best name ever for this new wonder car, a taxi.
Oh, rebrand it to Uber. No, the kids don't understand taxi. Just Uber these days. Right. More Musky news. Elon Musk, during his latest Neuralink demonstration, which was on a couple of days ago, has voiced his love for Rick and Morty and even called for his audience to go watch it. Stocks in Warner Brothers have since plummeted. Shareholders worried, but it might be his next drunk buy now purchase. 24 hours later, Elon has a semi.
Bugs Bunny himself had to sell an entire field of carrots off to the farmer next door. It's a horrible situation. And experts have come out. They now believe the Earth has entered a new age, the conspiracine, the age of the idiot. The data looks bad, but they are reserving full judgment until the new Elon Twitter era really takes hold. And we will report back very soon with the results.
It's not going to get any better.
But on that note, everybody, those are the headlines, right?
Well,
what are we going to tell you? Oh, you got another? Okay, sorry. Yeah.
I've got another. I got one more for the conspiracy-minded people. Are going to love this. The World Health Organization has rebranded monkeypox to pox. A certain burger franchise would not allow them to rename it Muckpox.
Although McDonald's is bringing out a new snack to counter this. It's the monkey bum thumb, and it's going to be yours for $7.99. Just don't let your kids play with it the wrong way.
Monkey bum fun. Yeah, well, it's been a while. So yeah, there we go. That was the news as Dick's prematurely announced. And, but finally, we're going to hear from a long-haired Canadian standing naked, shouting at the ether about his thoughts and musings about a certain video sharing platform, aren't we, Mr. Dawson?
Oh, yes, we are. Oh, yeah. Chris just jumped in, too. Cool. This is the situation. We woke up this morning. Amy got the daily community post all ready to go and whatnot and had it all scheduled. And we already had the events for today and tomorrow already up. But we got the community guidelines strike, and what they struck us for was misinformation or medical misinformation, and it's on a show that was titled Medical Misinformation and Other Rue Peddlers. Tonight we take them down or whatever. Like, what do we have to do to get to a point where this has got to be our 30th claim by now? What does it take to get us to a situation where YouTube finally has a little checkbox they could click that says, okay, this is a debunking channel. This happens to them a lot. When we get a content flag for this type of thing, it should automatically go to human review before they lay it on us and fuck with our shit. Like, when do you get the benefit of the doubt? How long does it take? But we're fighting it in the background right now. It usually takes a good 24 hours or so. And we're hoping that by tomorrow, before noon Pacific, when the Starsky Ukraine update stream goes live, we're hoping that we will be fixed already. But as it stands right now, no fixie. So we're still waiting to hear about it. I'm actually just going to check the email account and see if there's any news from them yet. And no, of course there isn't, because they suck all that is holy in the world.
Big floppy donkey dick.
Yeah, exactly. It's not good. Not good at all. I just saw a little error there. I want to fix something real quick. I'll take that away because somebody's on camera. There we go. But yeah, Chris has joined us now as well. So, I bet you've gone through this like within time and whatnot and so on, right? You get both content strikes for using somebody's thing, and you get the community guidelines strikes because you necessarily have to repeat the bullshit that you're about to report on and then rip apart, right? What are you going to do?
So Nick is more in tune with that line of things because, In Time is Nick's channel. And unfortunately, right now, In Time, in trying to, like exactly what you're doing, expose some bullshit, you need to bring up the bullshit that you want to expose. And YouTube doesn't seem to know the difference between bringing up bullshit to expose and just saying bullshit. So, yeah. I mean, and because of, I think it, let's see, the state of affairs right now is making it much more difficult for an accurate algorithm to work, and they're not big on human customer support. So that makes things difficult. Lines of communication aren't clear, and that's almost exactly what's needed. The clearer the lines of communication are, the easier it is to access people to talk to, the quicker things get resolved. And that's the glitch.
Yeah. And I would say that just a tiny bit of, we've been doing this a few years now. every time we win, just a slight bit of trust on their part, if somebody flags us as, doing medical misinformation, you've seen that we win every time. Instead of the computer automatically screwing us over and then having to fight, how about the human gets it right away? Like, just make it fair. I realize that it's not going to be like that for everyone, but after 3 years of winning every time, when it would be easier for them just to, give us a little bit of the benefit of the doubt.
Now, I can understand people are going to, as soon as you put something out there, people are going to crowdsource a way to find the loopholes, right? So let me give you a hypothetical. Let's imagine I want to promote misinformation, right? That is actually my goal.
Right.
But, and I don't know if this is a hypothetical that makes sense in today's day and age, but in getting strikes, I get a history of showing them that I don't deserve the strikes and they leave me alone. Well, in leaving me alone, I get to engage my long-term plan. Now, I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt as far as trying to work a system that allows for as few glitches as possible. But with that said, I can't imagine how somebody's track record of being reliable works against them. And I think that's your point.
Yeah. And I'm not, and I don't even go by like, I've been doing this kind of content for a while, so I should get a free pass. No, I'm talking about like, somebody who's fought and won every time. That should be an indicator for them to have a secondary category of, we review them because they always win. It's probably bullshit, right? It would help.
I guess from their perspective, I mean, also, again, I'm trying to balance both sides because I wouldn't want to run YouTube, right? And I don't have the answers.
No. Yeah.
Exactly. So, remind me what you just said. As
the thing is after a person fights and wins X amount of community strikes for the same claimed reason,
from their perspective, you're somebody who always has to fight for the red flags that go off. So from their perspective, you might be just somebody who sets off lots of red flags, and that is valued more than the fact that you fight to get them removed. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. No, I do get that side. Von Dalen in the chat says, how can viewers help? One thing that works really well is at Team YouTube on Twitter. For some reason, they really, really are responsive on yet somebody else's platform. So figure that one out. But
tell Nick that.
Yeah. And so if a bunch of people start adding Team YouTube, hey, how come yet again this channel is fighting a community guideline strike for debunking the BS being spewed on your own platform by other users who aren't getting in trouble for spewing it? How does that work? Right? We found the content on YouTube. How can we be the ones that can? It's a bit to take at times.
And
but
with content creators on YouTube, there is a niche of content creators that are dealing with controversial subjects. So it's like, in the same sense that Twitter can get you can get a blue check in Twitter for certain purposes, or a corporate check, or a gray check, or whatever. Like, wouldn't it behoove YouTube for like the people who aren't dealing with controversial stuff? That's a category, and that's going to be easy to monitor because anything that comes up is a red flag. But then there's this weird middle ground where, well, I guess it's middle ground between the complete extremists. And of course you want to keep them away. But the middle ground is the people who want to talk about what the extremists are saying to critique it. That middle ground needs a different set of rules, because just saying what you want to critique is getting you a strike. So, I mean, let's think of the logic of this. Are you telling us we can't critique shit?
Yeah, that's crazy, right? DKG,
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Well, you get the when you were actually, setting up your stream and you're about to publish it, you have to go through a checkbox of things, just the monetization guide, where you have to say whether it's
no. That's not for live stream event setup. That's only for video upload. They don't do that for live stream.
Sorry, I misspoke. But yes, they do that for a video. It's almost like they need that for a live stream. So you can click a box saying, yes, we are going to be tackling sensitive subjects. Because it should be going under, the similar kind of like, thought process, really. Is there going to be any nudity? Are you going to say tits or cock or cunt? Well, no, we're not going to say those words at all.
Right.
But I just did. But there'll be a checkbox for that. You know what I mean? If that was there, maybe that would help.
It would help.
I don't know.
And we have a very trusted response thing with them. I've checked it in YouTube Studio because, when I go back and they demonetize one of our shows, I only fight the ones that I know are proper ones to fight. I don't fight them all when I know that there was lots of moments where people went crazy and said really rough stuff and stuff. Why bother, right? Be honest. And we have a high reputation with them. So that to me just adds again more fuel to the fire, that it wouldn't be hard for them to put together the fact that we've fought and won medical misinformation community guideline strikes like 10 times. And we also have a highly trusted rating on self-policing ourselves. So how much info do they need beyond that, right? I think that's enough.
Well, I don't think they know how much information they need, because I don't think that they have first principles of how to do what they do. I don't think that they've determined what it is that they are to have those first principles of what, how you're going to set the standards. It's very slapstick post hoc shit. Like, it's still the Wild West. We have to admit that the internet is still the Wild West in many quadrants.
And it's very reactionary and slowly, because it takes less money, right? Sorry, DK, go ahead.
Well, I mean, how many years has YouTube been going? Quite a few. You'd have thought, by now they might have had some kind of idea what they're doing.
Bring back the Google Plus days. As much as I didn't like them, it seemed to be way more efficient than shit's now. Like it was the best of all worlds. You had feeds, you had live streams. You used to go to a page of live streams on any topic that you wanted, and you could just jump in or watch. I mean, it's a dream come true.
Yeah, there's a few things like that to Mastodon. I was just learning about it and stuff, and there's something to be said about it. But we already got a Discord thing. How many, how many times in a day do you want your damn phone going off and stuff? It gets ridiculous.
It's like putting a hat on a hat. Like, how many fucking hats are you going to wear?
Is that the dinosaur sex? Is that the dinosaur sex site?
Yeah. What was the father's name from the dinosaurs cartoon? Yeah.
Not Mama.
Yeah. It was a peep show. Oh, for God's sakes,
look at that.
Go away.
Hey, Bot, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications.
Yeah. Oh man. They're the more we learn to block like XXX and this and that and so on in the blocked words to keep them out, they keep finding new ways of doing it. It's just the dumbest game.
It's tit for tat.
Yeah.
Well, I've already banned the word fun from my channel, so I don't know how that got through.
There you go.
It's your fault then.
Yeah. There's no fun here.
Yeah.
That's why we can't have any fun.
Yeah.
No. It's blocked.
So, yeah, that's the thing. We're fighting it. I personally think it don't have to be this bad. I do understand that they definitely have to be after misinformation and whatnot. But when there's all these clear signs of our channel being a debunking channel and so on and so forth, and we've won before and all this, I just think it's a bit much that we instantly get in royal shit over something that will easily be we will easily win yet again.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, and you already stated it, and I just can't wrap my head around it. Is you are debunking a video off of YouTube?
Yeah, and
that
we're
you
the
watched
ones that
and
get in
downloaded
trouble.
and
Yeah,
replayed it. Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're obviously giving live streams a completely different set of rules than
Harsher.
the videos.
Yeah, the live streams get a way harsher set of rules because they have to react in almost real time versus, when you upload it, they have time to scan it and whatnot, right? But still not fair.
I don't know. It doesn't make
Yeah.
no.
But I think we're pretty much done on that now, right? We could probably go into some other things. I've got some articles up. One of them is, if I can find it here. Yeah. Dear God. So a woman in Florida is suing Kraft for $5 million over Velveeta pasta prep time. So, you know how Velveeta has like their shells and cheese in a box? It's like Kraft dinner, but more gooey and about twice the price, right? She's livid because it says ready in 3.5 minutes on the box. And she says it took, what is it? Like 4.5 minutes
longer.
Yeah,
because you have to account for filling the thing
it
with water, and you have to account for certain things. Like the instructions were, it takes this long to cook, meaning once you put it in the microwave, this is the setting. She's upset that it doesn't account for you having to pull the thing open, put water in it, and then close it, and then place it in the microwave and let it. Oh no, wait, no, that's not it. The cooling time, if I remember correctly.
She's also really, really pissed that you have to let it sit afterwards. You can't just grab it and go.
That's it. My apologies. Yeah.
Does it say on the packaging how long it takes her to go to the store to buy it? And
did the instructions
at the time?
Did the instructions say that you can eat this within seconds of heating it, or do they have to infer that you understand physics, that like hot things can't be eaten immediately?
It's that, like if you boil water and pour it on the tea bag and then instantly drink it, guess what? But yeah, so she wants $5 million in damages, but she also wants Kraft Heinz to cease its deceptive advertising and be made to engage in a corrective advertising campaign.
Only if she's in all the commercials.
Yeah. Where did this Karen find a Karen lawyer that was willing to take on this case? What the hell is going on?
This has to be a Florida woman.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a Florida woman story.
Yeah.
Maybe you said it up front and you primed me, but
it's funny though. I mean, seriously, what are people thinking? You can't just decide that the extra 2 minutes of your life is worth $5 million so that you don't have to worry about your retirement anymore. Like,
that is audacious.
Yeah.
Unless she's claiming that she has eaten so many Velveeta mac and cheeses that the 2 minutes of waiting for it to cool has accumulated to that dollar amount, which would be impressive.
She must be a really good hard, she must be a really good hooker if she's been losing that amount of time on her back.
Liam Wakefield in the chat says, I'm going to sue you because understanding the world is too difficult for me.
Hey, man, let's bubble wrap the world instead of fucking dealing with it, right?
Yeah. How I mean, that shouldn't even be allowed. The court clerk should have gone, I'm sorry, I'm not filing these papers. Just, I'm sorry, but that's just a waste of everyone's time and money. That's so dumb.
Yeah. Well, the question is, this has hit the news. Sorry, this has hit the news, but how far has it actually got through the court system? Has it even gone to court, or
Now,
is it
that's
just
a good
like the
question.
news is this woman is doing it?
She's got a lawyer. She's filed the suit. Yeah, it is filed.
As to what happens to it, who knows? I mean, it's obviously frivolous. And
Yeah.
let's also kind of point our fingers at the media for like we
Even
live in a
bringing
world
it
where
up. Yeah.
as soon as things are filed, they're a news story, even though they haven't made it anywhere in the actual court system.
Yeah. And when this chick gets slapped down and the paperwork is used to light a bonfire, they won't bring it up after because then it's not as sensational, right?
That's the
man.
side-
Like Charlie
that's the
says in
important-
the chat, I'm looking forward to Ranty's coverage of the trial.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, but you know,
No,
it's just crazy.
I did hear another interesting legal case. Is that when they were making the Lion King, the animated version, the original animated version, they had animators go to like some kind of top class zoological sciencey type people to study hyenas and how how they move and how they react. So the animators have something good to work from. But the boffins there had stated that they don't want the hyenas to be shown in a bad light. So when the movie came out, obviously the hyenas, aren't particularly very, very nice. Well, one of them's Whoopi Goldberg. What do you expect? And and then so they tried to sue Disney for fucking portraying hyenas in a bad light. And basically what happened is it went to court and they basically said, well, you can't sue on behalf of hyena. The hyenas have not been damaged in any shape or form. You can't prove damages to hyena. So it's like
slander.
Yeah. Oh, while we're here, better say hello to Matt. M2M is here. Hello.
Hey.
Good evening. Oh, we've got a guest on. Oh,
Yeah, Chris is here.
we've got a guitar as well. Nice.
Yeah,
Chris,
bass.
Got a
How's it
grown
going?
up.
Grown up stuff. Are we going to hear some real grown up songs and stuff? Are we, or what's gonna happen here?
Yeah,
You want me to say?
I'm not a grown up.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Neither am
I'm
I,
supposed to be. It just never happened.
No, likewise.
I think that's the plight of every musician.
Never grew up. No, it's not just musicians, mate.
But I think the Peter Pan syndrome certainly might be a little more severe in musicians, especially those of us that listened to Frank Zappa growing up, because the 12-year-old sense of humor and the musicianship meld in a perfect dovetail with Frank Zappa.
Yeah. Oh dear God. I love Zappa very much. So should we start a GoFundMe then, DK, to try and support the hyenas against this slanderous betrayal of their true nature?
I think that's definitely a thing to go for. Let's do it right now. Send all your donations to DKG Custom for Hyenas at paypal.com.
Now here's a funny one. Kanye West, who now goes by Bunghole, I can't pronounce it. It's a really difficult one. So we'll call him Balloon Knot. That's probably the most fair thing to do. But this punk ass bitch was chatting with none other than conspiracy theorist Alex Jones, and he said he sees good things about Hitler and likes him very much, and thinks he was demonized in the media for yeah.
Hitler's been demonetized.
Here's where we are
Community
in
strike.
America. Here's where we are in America right now. Alex Jones, in talking to Kanye West, used the phrase evil Nazis, and Kanye West said to Alex Jones, I don't like using the word evil with the word Nazi. And Alex Jones said, I'm going to have to disagree with you. Alex Jones said that he had to disagree with somebody, and that's Kanye. Let's not forget, for those of us that have watched it, there is a point in the interview where Kanye says something so crazy on the Alex Jones show, keeping in mind that Kanye is wearing a mask, not like an NK95 mask, like a ski something mask or something. But wait. Here's the best part. Kanye says something so crazy in his ski mask that Alex Jones goes, and I'm the crazy one. Wow.
But I mean,
what are we living in?
I know that, but this is the thing. I mean, I mean, I'm sure you've all noticed, but there's been a gradual sort of decline in Kanye West's, how shall I put it, mental capacity. In some description, I don't know.
I can speak to that. I can speak to that.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, his cranial cavity literally has a for rent sign on it, and it's empty.
No, but it's been gradual over the last 3 or 4 years, I think, give or take, isn't it? He's just getting weirder and weirder and weirder.
If you don't mind, I would like to interject here. So
ahead,
Kanye
Chris.
West has bipolar disorder, right? And bipolar disorder is, and I am not a clinical psychologist, so I don't want to make airs, but I do teach psychology and I work in an experimental psychology laboratory. And also I am a consumer of clinical psychology because I have bipolar disorder. Okay. And I'm not diagnosing Kanye. He admitted to having bipolar disorder. And so like that's in the news and it's public and I feel comfortable referring to it. If you listen to the way that Kanye talks, he's engaging in what is clinically called pressured speech, which means you have so many words that it's like your mouth isn't moving fast enough to get your ideas out. So there's that combined with this thing called flight of thought or flight of ideas. For those of you that are watching, Google each of those one at a time and see what Google shows you. It'll show you DSM-5 web pages about mania and psychosis, right? Because manic episodes can turn psychotic. Now, I am not defending Kanye. I am just trying to shine a objective light on mental health. He's being taken advantage of. He's being taken advantage, and I think that it's by Milo Yiannopoulos, but that's a whole other thing. I don't know if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, well, the second one there is why I call myself flighty, but almost in jest as much as anything. But it gets the point across, right?
Oh, brother, you finish your thoughts. Kanye not only doesn't finish his thoughts, he doesn't finish his sentences.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, notice that. Yeah.
So, I mean, like, it's observable that he's engaging in pressured speech as well as flight of thoughts. He's having grandiose delusions of grandeur and delusions of paranoia. That's mania. And if untreated, which he admits he's not being treated for, it could get into a psychotic episode. Especially with the
dude needs some help for sure. You can see that.
Is he denying help, or why is he not getting help?
His mother is a psychologist who thinks that he's gone off the deep end, and he did not have kind words for his own fucking mother. Come on.
Not surprised with him.
Wow. Yeah, he. I mean, this is the thing. It was a dangerous mix when you get something like bipolar or something like that, and a celebrity in his stature. It's not a good combination. I mean, look what happened to
lots of power.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know what happened to Britney Spears. You know, it was just one example, but I mean, he's got more power, and that's kind of scary in a way. But yeah, it's not a good combination.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kanye is full of shit, and a whole bunch of people bought the hype, and now this goes back to what we were talking about before with like the media. I didn't want to be cynical about it, but the media has a habit of building people up just to break them down. If we're not watching that in real time, I don't know what we're doing.
Oh, as Aaron says here, it's just he thought that Jewish doctor was giving him medicine to kill him, so he went off them completely. Really, so he was being treated then.
But that's why people made fun of him, because he would gain weight.
No, wait. No, in that comment, he says he went off them completely. Does he mean the drugs or the Jews?
Oh, dear God.
Oh, shit.
Well, I think we know the answer to that one, don't we?
Well, yeah.
That's pretty obvious.
him hanging out with Nick Fuentes. I mean, I don't know if you guys know about this cat. Like, that's the most dangerous, toxic person you could be aligning yourself with.
Tell us
I
about
need
it.
to know. I don't know who you're talking about there. I would need a little insight.
Yeah, I've heard the name, but I don't know who it is. Yeah.
All right, so I'm just gonna because I am not. Once again, Nick is the news guy. I am just a guy that happens to watch the news, as I understand it. So, Milo Yiannopoulos reached out to Kanye, and I don't know in what order this happened, but Kanye is running for president, in case you didn't know that. He went to have dinner with Donald Trump to ask him to be his vice president, which is the ballsiest move of all time. And he went there
That's hilarious.
he went there with Nick Fuentes. Who's Nick Fuentes? Nick Fuentes is a 25-year-old podcaster who is blatantly anti-Semitic, racist, is calling for a Christian dictatorship of the United States.
God.
Oh, wow.
And started like podcasting out of his bedroom in his mother's house, and now he's moved out, and his mother doesn't agree with him either. Apparently there's a public fracas between Nick Fuentes' mom and himself. Anyway, this is the fucking Nick. If you saw Nick Fuentes talk, you would see such small dick energy that your own penis would shrivel into your body.
Wow.
I mean, it's painful. He's cringy. If he's not an incel, I don't know what is. It's just cringy, small dick energy. And I just don't think he's been. I grew up in a neighborhood where when people talked like that, there were consequences. I don't think he lives in that neighborhood. I'll just leave it like that.
Yeah, man. I agree there for sure. Oh,
and that's wait a second. Let's bring it full circle. That's who Kanye is having as his campaign manager.
Oh,
as he runs for president with Milo Yiannopoulos, who was done dirty by the Trump MAGA world, right? Keeping in mind, Milo Yiannopoulos is a homosexual, Greek, far-right person who was shunned by his own MAGAverse because he said some crazy shit on the Drunken Peasant show. And then as a way of staying in the news, because he's so fucking thirsty, he said that he deconverted from homosexuality and became a Catholic. Now, his black boyfriend that he kept talking about, like having sex with all the time, is now just his roommate.
But that's
and he's
just
a Catholic, and he's deconverted from homosexuality. That's how thirsty this fucking tool is. This cheat.
That is so much bullshit.
But wait, there's more. He has publicly stated that he was done dirty by the MAGA world GOP, and that his life's goal is to burn down the GOP. If Kanye doesn't look like a useful idiot to Milo Yiannopoulos' filthy, dirty plans while he just tenses his fingers and laughs, because he does think long term. I can imagine Milo Yiannopoulos having a long-term, long-sighted plan, and this is it. How else do you frame setting up? Because Milo Yiannopoulos reached out to Kanye. Through Milo Yiannopoulos, he recommended Nick Fuentes, the anti-Semite. And then,
holy God.
And then Kanye shows up with two Trumps with Nick Fuentes. If we were to believe that Milo is a puppet master of any sort, and his goal is to bring down the MAGA world GOP, letting a known anti-Semite go with Kanye, who's not mentally well, to visit Trump, the top-notch person in the MAGA world. I mean, let's look at this through the lens of Milo Yiannopoulos' explicitly, publicly stated desire to take down the GOP. Let's look at all of this through that lens.
What a fucking mess, man.
No, thanks for listening to my TED Talk. I can't believe you just let me talk that long. Jesus Christ.
The far right mess in politics is just a scary fucking mess. It's really, really bad.
I hate to say it. I don't mean to sound prejudiced or racist or anything else, but I'm glad I'm not American right now. I've got to be honest. I'm sorry. I mean no offense, but Holy shit!
I,
the stuff
I,
that's
I don't.
going
I
on
don't
there.
think being anti-American is racist.
Well, prejudice then, whatever you want
It
to
is
call
to
it.
some, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just some, yeah. So it,
Just
yeah.
pleased. Just pleased. That's fine.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm happy I'm
Yeah,
not
I
living
know.
in America right now.
I was watching a documentary from the BBC last night. There was two documentaries I watched. One was about the leader of the Oath Keeper and how his family have done everything they can to separate themselves from him, and also the this movement in America for Christian nationalism in America and push that forward. So
Well,
they're
it's white
bringing
power. It's the white
Christianity
power
into
movement. It's
politics.
just it's
Yeah,
one of the
it's
many variants of white power.
well, it's kind of like it's got this silk purse wrapping of religion behind it and Christianity behind it. But yeah, it is what you say. It's white national
Well, no,
power.
it's a quick
They might as well just put the white fucking hoods on.
Yeah, it's Christian right, isn't it? I mean, it's going back to the
Yeah.
old days of the KKK. It's kind of
Yeah,
they've kind of molded, merged into that kind of mold.
I'm reluctant to say that it's the right, because up until FDR, the Democrats were deep into racism. They used to be called the Dixiecrats, and something happened in the political landscape in America right around the 1940s, 50s, where the Democrats took on the social justice agenda and left the Republicans with the racist stuff, in which they embraced. Right, at least from my perspective, I'm being a commenter here with just a little bit of history, but let's not blame the Republicans exclusively as far as history goes for having racist ideas. I mean, the Dixiecrats.
there are dickheads. There are dickheads on both sides.
Thank you.
Let's
Thank
say.
you. Exactly.
I mean, no, I didn't mention anything about Republicans. I'm just talking about the Christian conservative right. That's kind of
so that is a new thing. That's ever
All
since Lee Atwater.
Yeah.
Well, thank him for that. Fuck.
Yeah.
There's a thing. So, Elon Musk, Twitter, kind of opening up the platform more, letting people have more freedom to say things that, should probably be regulated and so on. Elon Musk just had a one-on-one video call with Thierry Breton, and that's the EU's commissioner for digital policy. And the Thierry Breton told him that Twitter is going to have to take significant increases in steps to comply with the new rules coming into effect in the EU, known as the Digital Services Act. And Twitter right now is nowhere close to being able to comply. Musk even said there's still huge work ahead to be ready and so on. And I think this is going to be a moment of people butting heads, because it goes against everything Elon just did to Twitter by saying, no, it's free, open it up, talk more, blah, blah.
But what's the consequences of that? Does that mean it could be banned in the EU?
Yeah.
It could be, yeah. I mean, that doesn't apply to us, though, because we're no longer the EU, so...
Yeah, the Brexiters. Yeah.
Thanks, Brexit.
Yeah, it starts with big fines, and then and then from there it turns into complete shutdowns. So it'll be interesting to see how Musk really, really responds to this, because I
can't see him changing for Europe, to be honest with you. I think he's probably going to go, oh, well, we're banned from Europe, in Europe, but a significant market, massive part of this market.
Huge.
So I don't know, but I just can't see him backtracking, to be honest with you.
I don't know. I don't think he's belligerent. I think what's more likely to happen is he'll follow their steps, but find their loopholes and still allow shit to go on, but under their rules.
There's the other side of this, though. He might use this as the thing that triggers the bankrupt of Twitter, and as such gets him out of it without losing huge amounts of money. Right? He still lose some, for sure, and it would be crippling to most people, but to him, it's not that big.
I mean, okay, I understand that he was kind of forced to buy Twitter in the end, but I mean, can he not sell it now? Why doesn't he just sell it if he really doesn't want it?
Who's going to buy it?
Yeah, with all the advertisers that just left and whatnot, he just lost.
Somebody will.
Yeah, but with all the advertisers that just left and whatnot, Matt, he would literally lose like 40% on the purchase price right now. There's no way.
Well, I mean, if he sells it now or whatever, it doesn't really matter. Either way, he's going to lose money, though, isn't he? Even if he sells it now, or gets rid of it later. When it's dead in its knees, it's going to be worse.
He loses way less money if he bankrupts it because of the way the finances are structured. Way less.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that. Yeah.
Yep. That's the issue here. I think he's going to use it as the trigger to do that. I think this will be the death knell of Twitter myself. I can't wait to see it play out because I could be totally wrong. Who fucking knows?
Oh, well, whatever. It's just social media at the end of the day. It's only Twitter.
Exactly.
Not going to cry. Not going to cry over it. Not going to lose any sleep.
No, doesn't change much in the end.
A lot of people are going nuts about it. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. I mean, it's like, if it happens, it happens. So what? Whatever. Move on.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's just the internet. You don't need to worry. It's okay.
Exactly.
You're not going to die.
I got a couple more here. DK, do you got any over there you wanted to get in here?
What did I bring up with you earlier? What about the zombie virus?
Oh, yeah.
What's a zombie virus.
Oh, hello. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Okay. Zombie apocalypse starting, is it?
Well, no, I don't have all the actual details in front of me, which probably isn't great for a news-based channel. But the scientists have basically dug up and brought out of dormancy an ancient permafrost type virus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Just what we needed right now is yet another virus.
Yeah.
And one that's like millions of years old.
Yeah. And in order to get the movie in before everybody is truly dead, Roland Emmerich right now is casting for his movie, The Last People on Earth.
So tell us more about this virus then. I mean, where did they find it? What is it and all the rest of it?
Hey, I said to you, I don't have the details, so shut the fuck up.
Oh.
But I mean, honest to God, didn't anybody see the X-Files? It was like every second episode was them digging up some kind of virus or finding a virus that's underneath a tree bark or or a bug that's suddenly come to life and goes all nuts and everybody dies. It's
that shit.
But I think it was what was it? Charlie said Russian permafrost. I think that's where it was found. Blame the Russians.
So it's a fucking orc virus? That's even worse then.
Yeah, typical.
Was it the Chinese this time? Yeah.
Was it Russian scientists that found it then? Was it?
I don't know. I don't know. You'd have to look it up. You have to go and find it out. I didn't bother. No, I only brought it up because I had it in my notes as zombie virus, and I haven't checked up on the details on it. But there you go.
There are
Zombie
reports.
Virus. That's what I got.
There are reports all over Russia of children having their Commodore 64s confiscated because they need the microchips.
No.
If you don't know what a Commodore
badass programs in Commodore 64s, I used to take a Mad Lib. I used to take my favorite Mad Lib page and write a script so that you could play that Mad Lib on a Commodore 64.
Cool. Awesome.
I didn't have my own. I had a friend who had one. I would literally go to his house and ignore him so I could code on his computer. By the way, I don't code right now. I'm not a coder. But back in the day when Commodore 64s were popular, coding wasn't a term, at least that I was aware of.
No, same with me too. Exactly the same.
It's not just one virus. It's 13 viruses.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, scientists have revived a number of zombie viruses which have been trapped under Siberian permafrost for thousands of years, one which is 50,000 years old. The 13 new viruses were identified by scientists who looked at samples of permafrost collected from the Russian province, but it was actually discovered by some French National Center for Scientific Research. Oh, bloody French is even worse, actually, if you ask me. Let's have a look. The virus known as Pandora virus. Oh, God. Just that name.
Oh, yes.
Pandora's box.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of.
It's in a box. Don't open the
Yeah,
box.
don't
Yeah,
open it,
open the
don't
box.
open it.
Go on, open it.
Talk about tempting fate. What the fuck? You know?
It's okay. We're safe though because it says the virus known as the Pandora virus infects only a single cell organisms and should pose no threat to humans. Well,
okay,
I mean,
PJ,
like,
look
flat
out,
earthers.
dude.
Flat Earthers.
PJC,
Yeah,
look
flat
out.
Earthers.
Yeah.
flat earthers use single cell organisms, aren't they? The study, which has not been
I've
peer
already-
reviewed, notes has so far been limited to research of live viruses found in permafrost. So no, I don't think we're going to have.
I've only got
zombie apocalypse.
one thing. I've only got one thing to say to that 50,000-year-old virus.
Mm.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy
Run
birthday,
free.
dear virus.
Now run free, you're free, go.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Fuck. Well, thank you for
Shut
checking
up,
on the
Meg.
details on that, which I could not be bothered to.
That's all right.
Well,
Yeah, did you say single cell or incel? I'm not too sure.
Oh,
Only affects incel organisms.
it depends on what's in your pocket.
Well, if it does come out, we'll just blame the Russians anyway, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's good.
Yeah.
There's a weird report here that I got. Canada issues a cease and desist warning to China over quote unquote police stations in the city of Ottawa. And China seems to have some people there that are literally acting out like they're the real local police. And you just can't do that. What are you thinking? You can't just become a police force because you decide to. What? It's really
Well, the police force
strange.
did.
Yeah. Well, but yeah. They have these so-called service stations to help Chinese citizens process paperwork and obtain driver's licenses. And the embassy said the volunteers are not involved in investigation and whatnot. But it's all like a big faff, and Canada's not impressed. It's really strange because there's a lot more to it than obviously is being reported right away. But there's 54 of these so-called stations around the world, not just in Canada. And other people are looking into it as well. Yeah,
Chinese
that's a very
police station in Canada. Okay.
yeah, that's a strange thing, man. It's like they're setting up their own little things in the different Chinatown locations and whatnot. Wow.
Well, acting as if kind of it's their territory, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there must be.
Well,
I mean, are they work? I mean, are they official? Like
No,
China?
no.
I mean, they just
Yeah,
decided
they're officials from China, supposedly, but they have no permission by anybody in Canada to be doing this. Not even close.
Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah. No.
Or when have we got something similar down in Chinatown, down in London? You got these Chinese
Yeah, they're called the
bobbies
triads.
walking around.
They're called triads.
Well,
running
that's
around meat cleavers.
the thing. Are we talking police force or just mafia?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
It's a knife edge, really.
Yeah.
What's a mafia?
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
literally a knife edge. A mafia it's like a cake with raisins and soft. Dewy,
good.
doughy
I'd
dough-
like a
doughy
mafia.
dough. Yeah. Sprinkled on top.
I'll take a dozen.
That's official. Christopher wants a mafia. We need to get him a mafia. It's fine.
I'd like one
So
mafia. please.
super chat right now, so Chris can have a mafia of his own.
I would like a whole mafia. I think I can eat a whole mafia.
Be greedy, yeah.
Yeah. When done on a rotisserie, when done on a rotisserie, it gets rid of some of the excess fat. And at that point, yeah, I think I could do a whole mafia for sure.
Oh, I gotcha. So I mean,
Yeah.
you essentially want to turn Big Joey into Little Joey.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Not so chewy then.
You get to watch him go through medium-sized Joey.
It's one step down from sacrificing and eating children, I suppose. I thought I gave up doing that, but
Oh,
Well,
Hey,
Well, yeah.
wait.
what? What?
We got a super chat,
Do
and this is big. This is the first ever super chat on this channel.
Yay!
DK's G's channel.
Charlie Welsh, $2. Chris Mafia. Thank you, Charlie. In about 9 months' time, when this channel actually gets up to the Google requirements of $100 for a payout, I might actually see that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's get 50 more people. To get
Uh,
me to eat Mafia. That
Yeah.
doesn't make
thank you
sense.
thank you for throwing your dollars at the cheapest stripper in town. Thank you very much.
Yes. Not to diminish the fact that that is a monumentous occasion. Thank you very much for donating.
Yes. Although knowing Charlie, he's probably doing a chargeback on his Visa right now. So,
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
yes.
nice.
I'll refund it. Don't worry.
yeah. Some of those fucking Oathkeeper idiots got themselves convicted of multiple charges just recently here. For it's the whole January 6th thing, you know, the Oath Keepers were like purposely plotting to go down there and really raise hell and whatnot. And okay, well, DK's got some work to do here. Hold on, I'll hand back over to DK.
No, I tell you what, Dick, you do it. It's more pleasurable to have someone else read the super chats on my channel.
Yay! All right, so we got Liam Wakefield. He's coming in with £2, I think it is, or is that euros? I got it on my small screen. I should be looking at pounds. Okay, thought so. Guess I'll give you a number 2 then. Oh yeah, Liam, good one, awesome. And then we got Monica Suzanne in for $2. Here's for a Mafia in the air fryer. Healthier. Oh, good shout. Awesome. And then we got yet another one. It's a flurry of super chat action here on the DKG custom channel, fellow babies. We got Aaron Reese in for $1.99, and he just says it all too well. Penis. Hey, that was awesome.
I'm going to have to add that to my channel description now, I think.
Well, we're doing. That's awesome.
Penis.
It just takes one.
Be
It
much-
just takes one, and all of a sudden the momentum begins.
Just what, penises, or what are you talking about?
Well, I mean, I'll happily talk about penises, but
That's what God said to Adam. It just takes one penis, and you never know what will happen.
I thought that
Oh,
God said
the
to Adam, "I'll
he's
happily talk
coming.
about penises."
Have we got
I thought that's what God said.
He says, stand back. You don't know how big it's going to get. CF Beauty says, I
God
pressed
to
the
Adam.
wrong button.
Isn't that
for
something?
$2. Hey, what? Sorry, Chris. Say it again.
My bad. I interrupted you. I was envisioning like God showing Adam his dick and going, "Isn't that something?"
Oh. Well, watch this, buddy. I can make it grow.
No, you can't.
You imagine?
Don't lie, Dick.
There's
No, you can't.
there's Adam gets his little wiener out, and then God goes, "That's nice."
Yeah. See what I made for these guys? But good news anyway that those Oathkeeper guys are getting properly slapped around by the judges and the jury and everything. And yeah, fuck all of you dumb pricks. God damn it.
Yeah, like I said, I watched an amazing documentary last night from the BBC about the eye patchy guy. I can't remember his fucking name. The founder, like, as it were, of the Oath Keepers as we know him. Yeah,
Stuart
what a
Rhodes?
cunt that guy was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his family have just basically escaped and run away from him. Oh my.
PJC Net.
Matt, I'm speechless. Matt,
I know.
please do this one.
for PJC Net. Thank you very much, PJC.
Mate, this is not Arwin's channel, you know, PJ.
No, I know.
What are you doing?
What's he doing? I don't know. I'm confused. It says not fair. £2 is more than $2 minimum in the US. But thank you very much for the £2 or the $2 or whatever.
Conspiracy.
Thank you very much.
PJ, thank you. And that's what your lovely spanner cost you.
And it's rolling in. It's rolling in now. We've got $5 from John Pearson saying for DKG to take Ed Dana to lunch.
Dana.
Lol.
Ed
Dana, yeah, to lunch. Lol.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
He's not that cheap. He's not
so
that
honored.
cheap, John.
Yeah.
I'm so honored to be here on the show where you're getting fucking slammed with super chats.
That's awesome.
I know. I should have been doing this years ago. Why did I stop doing the YouTube stuff? Fuck the Shills. Welcome to my new show, everybody. It's the Super Chat Hour.
Let's take him down.
Yeah. I'm gonna get my hacker neighbor on it right away. Your channel's gone as soon as we go dark.
Yeah. Fuck Shills. Fuck the Shills. Just stay with me and we'll talk shit. And this is the right place because he plays his bloody bass, and this is a guitar channel.
There you go.
He doesn't even fucking know that. But there you go.
He does now.
Wow. Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much for the support. It's absolutely beautiful and lovely. Thank you very much.
You don't think you'll get it, DKG? It's going to the Shills. You know that, right? You're not getting a penny of this. It's all going to the central bank.
No, it's all going to Roxanne.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, you mean she's going to turn off the red light?
It's a flat earth joke. No one will get it. Only Ranty would get it, and he's not here. Never mind. Let's move on. More in the news.
That was a good run. That was cool. What else is going on here? Yeah, I got a few other things up. The EU's got a proposal going forward. I really hope that they follow through on this, but it would send all the frozen proceeds that have been grabbed from Russians, and it would send it all to Ukraine.
Frozen proceeds.
Yeah, because there's a lot of Russians that have had like yachts seized and whatnot and so on, and there's some serious wealth and assets and cash. It comes to around 300 billion from central bank reserves and 20 billion held by blacklisted Russians. Like, it's a serious fucking chunk of change, man.
Yeah, I mean that could be a serious amount of money to rebuilding, couldn't it?
Yeah,
don't use it up for weapons.
If only they were subscribed to this channel. Could you imagine that super chat?
And we got a super chat from John for 2 billion.
Oh wow, wouldn't that be great?
Bit of change for you.
Yeah. And the Google tax takes a 30% off. They're rubbing their hands in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. There was another one I wanted to bring up as well. This goes like there's quite a bit of back and forth I noticed on social media right now.
Wait a minute. Let's go back to the one you were just talking about. I mean, what are they going to do? Just basically how are they going to distribute that money, do you think? They're just going to like dump it into like Zelensky's bank account, say, here you go, do something good with it, or they're going to stuff like collection boxes. How? What are they thinking?
Yeah, I don't.
Well, it depends on how they issue it out. There could be a criteria on the funding they actually get. In other words, it's like a trust. In other words, it's got to be spent on X.
Yeah,
or something like that. And I'm not sure it's just an open
not bullets.
check. Not bullets. Yeah. I should imagine. I don't know. Don't know, to be honest. But I'm just.
Yeah, it doesn't go into it other than
merch.
Yeah, it doesn't go into say how, what, and why. It's just they're trying to make it so it's so, and then I guess figure out the details later, right?
Yeah.
Chris had to bounce there, so night, Chris. He didn't have time to say goodbye.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, probably a family thing. Yeah, but that was cool. But yeah, so but U.S. gun death rates have hit a 30-year high, with female fatalities rising faster than men's. And this has come out right at a time where on social media, there's quite a bit of talk about gun control, one side versus the other, big arguments.
As always.
But if gun death rates are rising, isn't that enough to just say maybe we could slow them down? In my view of the world, I mean, maybe it's because I'm Canadian, but I have a hard time seeing any reason that a regular everyday person should ever have the need of owning an AR-15. To me, that's just crazy. But
Well, I mean, the Witsit was one of the discords, and we got into discussion about gun controls, and then apparently UK doesn't have as much freedom as the United States because you can't carry a gun. And I said, well, why do we need guns? Well, you got people stabbing each other. So if somebody stabs you, what are you going to do? You're going to chase them down and stab them back? No, I'm going to call an ambulance. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
I mean, carrying knives on the streets in the UK is illegal unless you've got, a reason to carry one, i.e., it's for work or something like that. You can't carry knives either. But I mean, whatever happens, whether you get rid of guns or knives or all the rest of it, people are still going to get shot, but just not to the same extent. But the problem is in America, of course, it's part of the Constitution. So how is that going to be managed?
Well, and not only that, it's a pretty weak argument anyway, because you don't have many people walking to school with like a shitload of knives and taking down 30 school kids at 100 yards.
Right.
With knives.
Exactly.
I mean, if you got to pick one, I'd rather have a knife fight in the street than a fucking gun battle.
Right.
You've
got a certain amount of control, I suppose, haven't you?
Yeah.
Certain
amount of control, but yeah, I don't know.
And even then, look at the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Knife crime is big in the UK, but it's not that big.
Yeah,
it's not that big, and it's not
as big. It's
not nearly as
it
fatal.
Doesn't even compare.
Yeah, I mean,
it
I
doesn't
know.
even compare.
I mean, the states even some of the cops because you've got so many different different law enforcement agencies over there. Some of them maybe not as well trained as others. Some of them a little bit more trigger happy than others, and things like that. And we have seen that on a number of times when the police have been caught. Hang on, I don't think you should use deadly force. For example, one guy running away from a cop didn't need to shoot him in the back. He wasn't armed. It's that kind of example, and that's still continuing to go on. It's just I think it's just out of control.
Yeah, it's an interesting argument. I mean, I have a different perspective than some because being Canadian and so on. So I'm not trying to say that anything is right or wrong. We have an argument going on in Canada right now because they're trying to pull back with gun control. They're trying to put even more restrictions on that would get a lot more assault type rifles out of the public's hands, like not even legal to have them anymore. And there's quite an uproar about it, but see how it plays out. But it's interesting. I mean, even if you're a gun advocate, with the death rates going up and up, and it's usually about handguns and assault rifles and whatnot, I mean, can't you at least see that maybe it's not a bad idea? I don't know. Anyway,
well, the interesting argument, one of the interesting arguments that they use for gun ownership is as a deterrent. And the funny thing is, there's another weapon that is used as a deterrent, and that's called nuclear arms. Although at this moment in time, there has not been a nuclear exchange, everybody's not allowed to have a nuclear weapon. If you think it's all right for people to own guns, then it's all right for North Korea to own nuclear missiles. Surely, give them nuclear missiles. They're allowed them. Oh no. Oh wait. Oh no, they're not allowed now. And India and Pakistan aren't allowed to have nuclear weapons. Oh, okay. So there's a hypocrisy there. If you think it's all about deterrence and it works, you're not playing the global scale, and it's not the same.
The deterrence thing's weak as well, because I mean, what's it deterring, right? Is they saying it's deterring other people getting shot? Well, that's clearly not working, is it? They're shooting each other. And in particular, I'm not, I'm not being racist, but black gun crime is one of the highest gun crimes. They're shooting each other. It's not. What's it deterring? People are still getting shot. Burglaries are still happening just as much as the UK. Stabbings are still happening in the States just as much as in the UK.
Well, it might be deterring some really bad rap albums.
Yeah, well, most of them, they actually show their guns on the video, don't they? The rap videos, like, waving them around.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh no.
you know.
Yes.
So I don't.
It's literally going to be on the cover of the albums. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, literally, it's not. I don't see it deterring anything. People are getting shot all the time.
No.
And
no, you're right. No.
Sorry, go ahead.
No. I'm just agreeing with you. Yeah, you're absolutely right. No, carry on.
So I mean, you put. I mean,
get back on that fucking soapbox right now and start yelling. Get on it.
You put more guns in people's hands. So what's going to happen is people are going to have stupid arguments. They get drunk. You get a bit pissed off. You get a bit angry. You've got a gun on yourself. The other guy's got a gun as well. That's two people either injured or dead because they've argued over a girl or a card game or something stupid like that.
More mistakes happen.
Yeah.
More mistakes happen.
Yeah.
Never mind guns.
What's the difference? What's the difference between two people having an argument? Two of them got a gun, and two of them don't have a gun, and they have an argument. In one case, two people are possibly going to get shot. The other case, a couple of people are going to have black eyes. There's a big fucking difference.
Totally.
Sorry, Dick. Carry on.
Well, there should be a rule. When you go to the bar and you start getting drunk, you should have to sign a waiver that says if you end up getting into a fight-like situation with somebody, you agree, A, it's to the death, and B, the weapons have to be chicken McNuggets.
Well, like from the rooftop, sniping with rooftop slingshot and frozen nuggets, that Charlie says. Yeah, I agree. Why not?
Yeah.
Fuck off, showbiz fuckbot. Jesus Christ.
Oh, got them again, have we?
Yeah.
It's only because I'm here because they just need my love spunk. That's all. That's why.
Your love spunk.
Let's move on.
Love spunk. Everybody's wrote that song once in their life.
By the way, if I go quiet, it's probably because I've fallen asleep. I've taken a sleeping tablet. So,
okay.
Yeah, I might just disappear in a minute. Just go quiet.
Good timing for that. Yeah.
Look.
At least you're not driving, I guess.
Well, I took it about half an hour ago, so I thought I might be able to get through the Shills, and then by that time I'll be falling asleep. Time to go to sleep. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. When you fall asleep, we'll close out the show. How about that? And we'll sing you to sleep.
Sing me a lullaby. Come and tuck me in. Give me a kiss.
We'll come and tuck our cum in.
Ugh. 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 Just a kiss. I'm talking to DKG, by the way. It's all right. Don't worry. My missus going, oi, nobody's kissing you.
Yeah.
So DKG's gonna
you haven't been kissed in 20 years. Now stop it. What's next on the news? Oh, the rail strike in America is going to cancel Christmas for everybody.
Well, Christmas was bound to be canceled by some do-gooder group anyway.
All right.
Yeah. The thing is, I feel so sorry for these rail workers who are going on strike, because all they basically want is the ability to take the day off if they go and have to need to see the doctors. At the minute, if they take the day off to go and see a doctor, that comes out of their holiday, and
that's
their
bullshit.
Holiday time. Yeah, and so they're saying, well, this isn't right, and this argument has been going on for 10 years, right? And they're all going, no, it's not really fair that we have to take time out of our holiday if we're fucking ill and we're driving a train, and we need to be conscious all the time. But that's what the argument about. But they're being made out to be the bad people who are going to destroy the American economy, and it's going to cost them billions and Christmas is going to be cancelled for everyone, but no, these are the ones who are the bad guys, and they're just looking out for some basic fucking human rights,
decency.
in their
Yeah,
employment.
exactly.
That's all it is. Yeah,
You know,
fucking nuts.
don't
So
fuck
everyone,
with my
everyone's
vacation.
back
Just-
the rail workers.
yeah, I mean, fuck, somebody sneezed on me and I got sick. Got to go to the doctor. Don't take my vacation away. What the fuck is your problem, man? You know?
Well, one of the interesting things I heard is they can take a day off to see the doctor as long as they clear it like in 7 days in advance. So you got to know when you're going to catch the virus and in advance book it. So how the fuck does that work? You fucking idiots.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's helpful. You know, come on. My son's grandmother works at a place in town here, and she gets X amount of sick days in a year, and then they would eventually start doing a little bit of like, you only got paid half day for that one or whatever. And then if it became such a problem, they would review whether or not the job is right for you based on your current health situation and stuff. But it wouldn't affect her vacation days in any way. That's bullshit. No way. Like she gets treated better, and she's not like a rail worker. Like, they're rail workers when I was a kid was supposed to be like you get paid job, right?
Yeah. Do you really want someone driving a train who is not quite all there because they're feeling sick and they're not allowed to take the day off because they're sick? They're driving this multi-million ton truck of death down the line. Just sleep through the, they miss the lights and oh shit, something's gonna happen. Yeah.
And then nobody gets their toys anyway.
No.
You two just
well,
made me
well, they can if this.
You two just made me never get on a train again now. Thanks.
But, I mean, I support them. I think it's, I don't think they're being overly greedy or anything. And especially when you look at some of these companies and these unbelievable profits they're posting these days and stuff, don't cry that you can't get workers, pay better. Like, seriously.
Well, that's one of the things I saw the chart. Well, some of the charts on this is that the rail companies are making money hand over fist because they're not paying for staff to cover for sick leave. It's just not happening, and they're shouting louder, and the government are listening to them and saying, "Well, we're on your side because money."
Yeah,
and fuck the workers, which is really weird because even I hate to bring it up, but even the Republican Party, who are people who basically stand for your blue collar workers, they're not really backing them either.
Which is surprising because that's supposed to be their play, right?
Yeah, you'd have thought so, but it doesn't seem to be happening. I don't know why. And like I said, this has been gone for 10 years, so fuck knows. Oh, bye, Aaron. He's off to sleep too. I think he took a sleeping tablet at the same time as you.
Yeah. So, there's no end to oddities and whatnot in life, as, just strolling through the news will usually tell you. Here. There's a report here in the economy section of Al Jazeera. For fuck's sakes, hold on.
Al Jazeera.
Yeah.
Thank you. I had to cough my head off at the same time, and that was not working out. But the UN is warning of social unrest, like globally, after a striking drop in global wages overall. And this is when, like we just said, a lot of companies are really raking it in right now, and yet wages are falling. Are you kidding me? It's the first percent in real terms of growth in negative since 2008. It's crazy. You know, it's crazy. You got companies like the restaurant brands, they're called. They own Tim Hortons in Canada, and I think it's Burger King, not Burger King. They own one of the burger joints as well, a few other places. They're screaming about how they're having huge problems with trying to get labor. They're posting wicked profits right now, like they're doing better than they were, and so on and so forth. And well, it's simple. Just up your wages a bit. The world is heading to a position where very soon in the cities, Mr. Lawyer is going to try and get coffee one day on his way to work, but nobody can afford to live there, to work there, and the place is shut. You know, it's too much.
Not making sense.
Yeah, it's too much. You know, you can't have the top people suck that much out of the economy without everybody else just going wild. And you can see, like, this whole report is about unrest around the world, and you can see it. People are freaking out and getting pissed off about shit left, right, and center, man. You know, not good. You got people with a whole whack of cash. Then what they do is, you know, one person buys an apartment building. They sell it a year or two later. The next person, they pay even more for it. So they start raising rents and whatnot. They sell it to yet another guy who pays yet again more for it, and so on and so forth. And you get to a point where nobody that's working at coffee shops and stuff can even think about renting your place anymore without having somebody live in one bedroom, somebody live in another bedroom, and somebody live in the living room as a third bedroom. And nobody wants to live like that after college.
Oh, you mean slums?
Yeah,
We had
exactly.
that in Victorian England. Thank you very much. Yeah. we seem to be heading back to that sort of like state.
Yep.
Why don't we just open up workhouses for people who can't afford to pay their bills, and you know they can go and work it off in the workhouses and eat gruel all day. It's fucking, I don't know.
I mean, what with us, with you know, we've had the double whammy of Brexit as well as you know, as well as COVID pandemic. You know, so we're living off the legacy of that and all the problems associated with Brexit. You know, things are just, they're going to get
and
worse.
Now the war in the Ukraine as well.
No war in Ukraine. On top of that,
that's pushing, you know, fuel prices up, and
so you know, things are going to get a whole lot worse. So yeah, I think we are heading towards that. I think personally, we could be coming near to the end of the welfare state in the UK. I just don't think it's sustainable in the long term. Depends how long this all goes on for, but you know, we're not anywhere near the worst of it yet. Not even close. You know, so I think we're gonna get hit much harder. You know, we could end up you know, I mean, I don't know whether our credit status as a country has been reduced yet, but we're probably going to get pretty close to it, because we were already well into $1 trillion in debt before the pandemic even started. So,
yeah, that's huge.
Yeah. So if our credit status then reduces with that amount of debt, that means we're going to have to pay more.
Yep.
You know, so
vicious circle.
We won't be able to borrow more either, as much as we were. You know, at least it's.
But the thing is, all these countries are in debt with each other. It's like we're all like, you know, you know that sort of scheme where you like get a credit card and you put everything on that credit card on a new credit card, and you get another credit card and put it on that. That's basically what we are, where we're at globally.
Yes,
just moving money around. Yeah, it's just moving money around.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even real money. It's nothing. It's nothing.
What?
Tangible,
no. It's not money. It's credit. Yeah, it's
not even that.
Cash.
It's not even that. It's just digital signals across computers, numbers on a screen. That's all it is. Just moving it around. It's crazy.
I read a thing last year, and it was a report that concluded that the world's gold supply is probably about 30% or so overstated, because the numbers don't seem to add up to the actual hoard. Because
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, that's ridiculous, but
Yeah.
that's how it is now. You can own gold and never touch it. It's weird.
Since the last financial crash, I mean, there's been some rules and stuff like that are put in place that you can't do what they were doing before. With the triages, with with the bad debts on mortgages and things like that, which caused the last financial crash. But apart from that, there's still a lot of shady going on within the financial world and the banks. They're still doing stuff that really are putting people's money at risk, taking massive risks, and they're gambling with it, which is what they were doing, with the last crash. So I just wonder, what have we learned? I don't think we've learned very much, to be honest.
Not too much.
It can easily happen again and be much worse, much worse. I mean, it was bad.
Well, you heard it first here. Communism is best. Thank you.
Yeah, we do sound like a few commies, don't we?
Oh,
See,
God.
but the thing is, was it Charlie was talking about? The actual world is like hundreds of trillions in debt to itself.
Who?
No wonder we don't have a fucking aliens coming to our planet because they'll have to pick up the fucking tab. They can't afford to invade us.
Yeah, aliens land. You're going to pay your debt then? Oh, we don't have it. Sorry, spent it.
Yeah. You just invaded our country. Yeah, you can pick up our tab now. Thank you.
But so even if they picked it up, who do they give it to?
Yeah, exactly.
Paradox, isn't it?
So if there are any super rich aliens in the chat tonight, don't forget to super chat this channel. Thank you very much.
Henry Kissinger, boy, we're missing ya. Well, shit, eh? The world is just a crapshoot of crazy. What are you supposed to say?
When Elvis Presley's still alive, I mean, sure, he's got a few quid.
Yeah. He is not dead. He just went home.
Yeah.
He's not going to bail us out.
He might. Talking to Licey to him. Let him off.
Yeah, I tell you what. Yeah, Elvis Presley, come back and do like one major charity single for wiping out the world's debt. How's that work?
Oh, I do have one other one to bring up before we, wrap up proceedings and whatnot. But there's a group in British Columbia, Canada, and they're trying to get class action lawsuit status to go after the head of the health, the provincial health authority. And they're trying to, put a lawsuit against her for the mask mandates and stuff during COVID. They're really, really trying. So in the first time ever this is going to be done, the judge is going to hear the case of why they should be allowed to do a class action, but they're going to broadcast it on like a social media site or something. There won't be comments allowed or whatever. They haven't discussed. They haven't figured out where yet. And I will share the link because I think it'll be really good watching these guys get fucked in court. But the judge even said,
"Well, it won't go on YouTube. It won't go on YouTube because they'll get done for medical misinformation."
But so they're gonna let it happen and broadcast it, and I will make sure we get to watch it because it'll be great to see the court just slap these guys around. I can't wait. Yeah, one guy even tried to bring a lawsuit against the government to try to make them admit that it was actually the American financial sector that was involved in the 9/11 attacks on the trade towers and stuff. I shit you not. That's what he tried.
Really?
So
what?
Yeah, and this is in Canada. He did this. So figure that one out. Right. This is in Canada, but this is what we're dealing with. So I really can't wait to see this go down. Should be great fun.
Fucking hell. Should be more of this. There should,
Yeah.
I mean, the stuff that we used to do on YouTube, highlighting the stupidity of the world. This should be on a fucking national television. This, I don't
Yeah.
know why it isn't. It should just be like point and laugh at the fucking nutcases out there.
Yeah.
And it should be. You
But
know,
it's gone the other way around. It's the
out there
nutcases they're getting all the attention. The stupid
Yeah.
things. And-
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Instead of America's funniest home videos, it should be the world's social media funniest fucking nutcases.
Yeah. Hours of fun. Hours of fun.
You know.
Hey,
Dear
I know who
Lord.
they can go to if they needed people to present that show.
Where?
Who? What?
Us.
Huh? Huh?
Us.
Speak up, Sonny.
I said I know who they should go to if they want someone to present that show.
I was just fucking around. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That would be fun. It would be hilarious. But you'd certainly, you know, if YouTube is anything to go by, trying to get ad sponsorship would be fucking hard. Oh.
Oh, you mentioned Tim Hortons there earlier.
Yeah.
Dick, we've got Tim Hortons over here now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Just down the road from us.
Yeah, it's a decent little donut and coffee shop, you know.
Yeah, it's expensive for what you get. It's a bit disappointed. I thought I was going to be a bit more expensive, therefore it's going to taste better than McDonald's, which is just across the road. Not really. Didn't taste any better, and much dearer as well. And I'm paying £3.50, £4 for a donut, for one donut.
What?
Yep. Let me look at some of the prices here. I'm looking at the moment. Hang on. Let's.
Is that with or without the hole?
Some with, some without. Some with the whole.
Tim Hortons is not a high-priced place in Canada. It's a cheap place to get coffee and donuts, like cheaper than Starbucks and stuff. There's something really weird going on there. Yeah, Monica in the chat, she's like, what the fuck? You know, that's not how it is. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, I'll be right back. Hold on.
Yeah, I'll give you an example here. Boston cream donuts, £3, £3.
No.
Chocolate donut, yeah, £2.59. Apple fritter, £2.99, so it's £3. Old fashioned glazed donut, £2.59. Vanilla hand dipped donut, £2.59. Yeah, so they're all kind of like £2.50, £3 cost wise.
You can get a pack of 6 from Tesco for.
I know you can. Yeah, that's what we said. So we didn't buy any.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
It's insanity.
And some of the burgers here, like I got a bacon and cranberry hot dog meal, right? You get some little chips or crisps, as we call them. It's a meal with a drink, and that's £9.
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
Fuck off.
Yeah, I know. I'm not joking.
For a hot dog.
Yep.
That is made out
hot,
of shit, of pig's anus.
Hot dog with cheese and bacon and some few potato chips and a drink. It's £9. There's another one here.
Fuck off.
A classic burger meal. Again, a burger and a drink and some fries. That's £8.29. And there's some other examples. Cheese melt meal, £7.69. So again, some fries, the thing and the drink. It's pretty expensive. Pretty freaking.
I mean, well, you say it's just opened.
Yeah, opened. When did
Just
Tim
opened
Hortons
up.
open, dear? When did Tim Hortons open down the road? A couple of months ago.
Wow.
Yeah, a couple of months ago it opened. Yeah, Tim's classic.
Go back in 4 months. The place would be boarded up.
But there's lots of this isn't like a odd, weird situation. To you guys, Stella Artois is like low-end swill beer, and over here it's a high-price premium product.
Oh no, it's not over here. No, it's a high. It's a premium beer over here.
Oh really?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
It sucks.
Well, no, that's the thing. That's the thing that's funny about it, because they say it's reassuringly expensive. No, it's just cheap swill that you bump the price up, and you say, "Oh, it's reassuringly expensive," to make it sound like a premium product. It's not a premium.
Well,
product.
I mean,
it's the same swill as anywhere else.
Well, I mean, the only reason why it's kind of more expensive, just 'cause it's got more alcohol than your average beer. That's all. It's fairly high in alcohol compared to
we got beers over here half the price with higher percentages. It's kind of funny. Yeah.
Another one
No.
here. Tim's Bacon Double Burger, £7.49, and that's just the burger on its own.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about like getting hamburgers at Tim Hortons?
Yeah.
No, they don't have that here. That's fucked up.
Oh, really? All right. Okay.
No.
What about hot dogs?
They got hot dogs and they got like Tim sandwiches and stuff like that and grilled cheese sandwiches and whatnot, but they're purposely not a burger joint. They're the exact opposite.
No.
That's fucked up. That's really weird.
Matt,
Yeah.
Matt, you are in Belfast. You sure this is not Timmy O'Hortons?
I'm not a Timmy O'Hortons. I'm not in Belfast anyway. No, it's Tim Hortons, the Canadian place. I'm well aware of it. I know what Tim Hortons is. No, they sell burgers, hot dogs, chicken tender meals, ham and cheese melts.
They've changed the menu to regionalize it, right? It's different. Yeah, weird.
And you got the. I tell you what, the boxes of Timbits are quite reasonably priced. You get 10 boxes of Timbits, £5.49, and if you know that, a box of 6 donuts, £11.49. That's not too bad. It's still a bit expensive.
we still have a way better pricing for that. Oh, way better.
Sure you did. They're probably importing all the material, the ingredients, aren't they, to make it over here? It must be. Well, it's so flipping expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a burger and stuff like that, and it was just nothing really. Just like no different from McDonald's.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what to say about that because I can't get a Tim Hortons burger here. It doesn't exist.
Yeah. I didn't know that. No, I just assumed that it was a burger place in Canada as well.
No, it started as coffee and donuts, and then they slowly expanded their menu as they got, bigger and bigger. But yeah, it was literally just that place where the cops always were because it was coffee and donuts, right?
Yeah, I mean, they've got all kinds of different coffees here as well, which is good, and smoothies and stuff like that, which is nice. But
yeah,
no, I wouldn't.
Anyway, yeah,
whatever.
Well, looking at the time, DK, I wonder if we aren't close here. I have a supper to prep.
Close.
Yeah. I got a supper to prep as well. So if we're a tiny bit earlier to shut than later, it works for me well.
I'm getting close. Trust me.
Yeah, your girl's probably just gonna walk up behind you and slap you in the head and knock you out.
Well, let's tell you what. Let's all get the fuck out of here then. PJ says you can't. PJ says you can't go yet.
Yes, we can.
Right. Yeah. PJ, I'll take that spanner away from you.
Oh, you gave him a spanner in the end then. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Let him play.
We should give a big thanks to everybody, especially everybody who was super chatting and whatnot there. Well, not Charlie, but everybody else. And we could do like a roundtable wrap up, but there's 3 of us, so why don't we just each say good night and I'll hit a fucking button then?
Yeah, just do a roundtable wrap up. Night.
Yeah.
Night, John boy.
It's
good night.
Good night from him.
And good night from me.
And it's good night from him.
Good night.
Button.
Now, off you all fuck.
It's over. Go home.